You're listening to a TGM production.
Is this thing on? Hello? 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 Oh! Sorry. Going toward the music. Hello? Hello, and welcome to my brand new podcast. What happened to our Flowerpot? Still sticking around. Just lost words. I wanted a new creative endeavour. This is Bitesize Thoughts with Albert Flowerpot. Yep, that's me, Albert Flowerpot. Yeah. This is sort of the show where I, Albert Flowerpot, sort of talk on for a minute. Talk on a minute about pretty much anything, and hopefully something amusing comes out of it. You can't guarantee that something amusing will come out of everything. So, whether you laugh, whether you're baffled, or whether you're wondering, Albert, when are you next going to be in visual? Well, I'm working on that. You're going to work on these projects. Audio works, so my next big project is, after these messages, a sketch show hosted by me, Albert Flowerpot. The radio trailer's up on Tom's Comedy Club. Next, what else? Next, I've got I wouldn't say sketch show, but I would say more of a diary-based program called Likely Friends with me and the rest of my housemates, like Bingo Bob, Disco Dave, Ruthless Night, Roger, Raven Cardboard, Terry Caution, Matt Sharpie, DCI Gone Mad, Dr. Dixby Spice, and sorry about that, I've got a bad cough, and all the others. So, what will occur is some sort of interesting world. Now, not only have I got visual stuff coming, I'm working on a new episode of my podcast, What Happened to Albert Flowerpot. I've got new episodes of Dr. Earthbound in the pipeline, apparently, because I've heard from TGM that they're working on the next one now. So there will be more Doctor Who-based fan series coming soon. Well, I call it fan series, but they call it the BBC. But I don't argue. I've got a regular gig. My book, The Wild Adventures of Dave the Duck, is currently in a cycle where I'm looking at it, I'm editing it more than I did on the documentary I made, and it's hopefully going to be released. I can't tell you when because I'm trying to find the right publisher for me. Other than that, oh yeah, that's it. So, if you follow me on Twitter, you will know that my diary, yes, my personal journal diary, keeps on getting, leaked online. And, to be honest, I'm not really, a fan of that. I really, really don't like that. I'm holding a pen for anyone once now. Anyway, so that's why you'll hear noises, because I'm holding a pen, because I want it to be more intelligent. Anyway, so on this thing, so my diary kept being linked online. I thought, I'm not having that. So what I decided to do, as a really interesting development process for this is I've decided to find the platform that my diary's been linked on, because obviously it's successful. Got a bad cough. Do apologise. I've got a sort of where it is. So I found the website, and I thought, ooh, it's like that Substack that Tom Mason uses, called Medium. Who did I know? So I said to the person that was doing this, I went, "Oi, stop linking my diary online and give me that account, because it's my name." And they went, yes, I'll give you the account. And so I got the account, I changed the password for XYZ, and worked out to get rid of their email address. Anyway, so I'm working on writing a story-esque of an event that happened in my life over the last few months about my dimension hopping, because if you don't know, I've been dimension hopping a lot lately. I've been going from one dimension to another, and I don't mention it enough publicly because I'm working on a stand-up comedy show where I'm going to talk about it, and I'm writing the material to prepare for a work in progress. I'm hoping to do a live on Twitch, which, from what I can gather, is a live streaming platform. I'm also working on some other projects for the mainstream media, so stay tuned for all that. That's like TV, radio, and professional produced podcasts. So, production companies type work, not just homegrown. I say homegrown, it's TGM is a production company, but we're I wouldn't say a lot about them because I don't want to upset them. Do it, guys. No, you don't, Albert. We're stood here, make sure you don't say anything that we need to cut out. So don't say anything mean about us. We're a professional, proper production company. What you're doing is emailing other production companies that have been making some of your favourite programmes so that you can get these stuff off the ground, because obviously we're building this portfolio at the moment. So you're just trying to go to, let's say like I don't know, Studio Lambert, who's a well-known production company, to try and get this show off the ground so you can sell it internationally as well, because we're not into sell them international just yet. We're sort of working out the best ways to do that. Yeah, that is right, TGM. That is right. But don't interrupt my podcasting, thank you. Well, that lawyers, mate. What's that here? If anything needs to be cut out, I'll tell you. It's like, yeah, we're like lawyers. We're not actual lawyers, we're like lawyers. Okay, just back off. This is my bite-sized thoughts, not yours. Anyway, so it is one of those things where you're sort of going to write this story. So I'm writing it in a way that says, yeah, this happened to me, but I also want to sort of tell a good story and write some of the best words I can think of. So it would take me a while to write that, but I will promote it on my Twitter account. I'm also, apparently, are you ready for this? There's a website hosted by Tom Mason, yeah, head of TGM Productions, or TGM as they're known as. He has created an album Flowerpot section, and he's going to try to develop it, and he's going to develop it with this in mind. But yeah, anyway, so this has been my bite-sized thoughts, 9 minutes, very short, each podcast. Sorry, I've got a very bad cough. Right, we're not going to cut out those coughs, because it explains, if anything, distorts with your voice, but please, keep your coughs to a minimum, please, Albert. I will do, but I'm trying to end this, so don't interrupt. Anyway, so each episode of Bite-Sized Thought will be very short. None of them will be an hour, 40 minutes, 30 minutes. Maximum might be 25. Minimum, 2 minutes. But, no one's worried about that. We're at 9 minutes 53. As I drop the pen, as this is the pilot episode the logo for this podcast will change. Due to the podcast logo changing, we are not going to publish this on audio platforms just yet, just YouTube for now. And then once we've sorted out all the logistics, we'll do it. I also just want to change production the question. So your CEO, Tom Mason, has been releasing music on Apple Music and Spotify that was previously on Bandcamp and still is. What about my music?
Well, Albert, at the moment you've only got one song, and that song isn't the best. It's on Bandcamp because we thought, yeah, put it onto Bandcamp. It's a good idea. It's excellent. It works. But what we really think we should do is we're going to do some collaboration between you and Tom Mason, so we can keep them, because we don't want to faff around with other profiles, even though we could create an Albert Flowerpot profile. It's a good idea, that, but we might not mess with that, because if you really listen to the song, a duck all day swims all day, it's not the best unless we find out what an EP is, because we're not sure what an EP is, and try and update the song so that we have the original and we have the remastered version. That could work. What do you think about that, Albert?
Yeah, I like that idea. So find out what an EP is. Find out if we can put that on. Find out how we do other profiles for other things on the distributor, and then we'll be right.
Yeah, we'll do that. This is a very productive meeting, even though we're doing it on a podcast.
I know. And alright. Anyway, can I leave this podcast now?
Yes, you can. I'm gonna go. I am going to leave now, so you can get on with finishing the podcast. So let me just leave.
Well, he's gone. So yes, thank you for listening to Bitesize Thoughts with Albert Flowerpot. Bye bye.